Prince Andrew has been accused of living in the Dark Ages by a royal commentator, as the Duke appears uncaring by refusing to fully cooperate with legal enforcement and give his testimony. One of Jeffrey Epstein's former victims, Virginia Giuffre, has filed a civil lawsuit against the prince alleging that he sexually abused her on 3 occasions. Prince Andrew has consistently denied all allegations. Royal historian Dr Tessa Dunlop said, "It's quite extraordinary the level of that man's hubris." One of the main criticisms of his trial by media is that dreadful car crash Newsnight interview, his absolute inability to show any empathy for the victims. Remember, it was all about his pain, injury done to him, and by saying you're cheerful when these women are currently going through the trial that is bringing something to court, resurfacing their real pain. It just looks so uncaring. He hasn't got it. How can he have 2 daughters and not get it? Let the penny drop. It's interesting because he's born in an era when women who complain about inappropriate behavior are sidelined and shuttled off, but there's been a revolution in thinking and behaviors over the last 10 years. It's like he's still living in the Dark Ages. She continued, "Don't you get it? This is really serious. They just make for the most appalling headlines, the most appalling story. The longer he doesn't do what he'd do, which was fully cooperate, the drips are becoming great puddles, and it's a huge problem for the royal family." Express.co.uk contacted Prince Andrew's representatives for comment. Virginia Giuffre filed the civil lawsuit under New York's Child Victims Act on August 10. She claims that Prince Andrew sexually abused her at the London home of Epstein associate Ghislaine Maxwell, and at Epstein's homes in Manhattan and Little St. James in the U.S. Virgin Islands. Related videos. Prince Andrew. Jeremy Vine panelist discusses allegations Ms. Giuffre has claimed that Prince Andrew engaged in sexual activities with her despite knowing her age and that she was a victim of sex trafficking. At the time, Ms. Giuffre was 17 years old, the legal age for consent in the U.S. Virgin Islands in 18. Her lawyers have said 20 years ago Prince Andrew's wealth, power, position, and connections enabled him to abuse a frightened, vulnerable child with no one there to protect her. It is long past the time for him to be held to account. She is now seeking damages for the significant emotional and psychological distress and harm caused by the Duke's actions. Prince Andrew has strenuously denied all allegations and told BBC Newsnight that they never happened. Related articles. Princess Anne's bittersweet that Fergie left Duchess of York in tears. Queen sparks fury over unsatisfactory decision after Ms. Giuffre's allegations came to light in 2019. Prince Andrew told journalist Emily Maitlis, "It didn't happen. I can absolutely categorically tell you it never happened. I have no recollection of ever meeting this lady, none whatsoever." The Duke of York's friendship with convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein first raised eyebrows in 2010, but following Epstein's re-arrest and suicide in 2019, the focus has shifted to Prince Andrew. Ms. Giuffre played a crucial role in exposing the extent of Epstein's sex trafficking ring, after she and a number of women came forward to share their experiences. Prince Andrew was widely criticized following his Newsnight interview for stating that he did not regret his friendship with the disgraced financier. Following the airing of the interview, he made a statement, "I continue to unequivocally regret my ill-judged association with Jeffrey Epstein." His suicide has left many unanswered questions, particularly for his victims, and I deeply sympathize with everyone who has been affected and wants some form of closure. I can only hope that, in time, they will be able to rebuild their lives. Of course, I am willing to help any appropriate law enforcement agency with their investigations, if required.